Good morning, bastards. I had an idea for a thing. So, I have to make my lunch for the next couple, at least a week, work. I can't think, I'm very tired. And so I figured, I can make some pretty fucking great fried rice. And it's like budget fried rice, so there's not that many ingredients. But it still tastes like really good. And I wanted to share the recipe with you. So, I'm gonna do that now. Well, not now. I'm gonna in a second. Yeah, we've gotta get dressed first.
Good morning, Theon. You ready for a big day of, cooking? I can't speak. I'm wearing high heel boots because, they make me feel tall. And tall is important when you're short. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so for this recipe, we're gonna be making some fucking fried rice. And it's gonna need rice and some kind of veggie. I use peas because you can get the cans for like 49 cents and you only need like to use a half, so it lasts a bit. You're also gonna need like garlic or some shit. You can use onions. I don't use onions because I don't like them. Throwing shade at the onions. You're also gonna need, I don't know, some fucking filler. I use tofu because I can't stand the texture of most meats if it's not cooked perfectly. It just makes me feel sick to my stomach if it's too slimy or too chewy or so I use tofu. So to get the tofu, you're gonna wanna preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Yeah, 400 degrees. We're doing the tofu in the oven because I'm lazy and don't want to do it in the pan. Okay, let's go. Yeah, there we go. 400. We scooch over here and we turn it onto, I can't see. There we go. Turn it onto bake. Ta-da! Now we gotta dry it out. Okay, so I used half a package last time and the rest of it I put in this container and it's held up pretty well. Unfortunately, it was in the back of the fridge, so there's a huge chunk of ice. So I might have to wait a bit to get this all thawed out. I don't know. I didn't anticipate this or check it beforehand. Whoops-a-daisies. We'll figure it out. Okie dokie. So I figured out a solution. I put a bunch of hot water in here. It's lukewarm now that this has hit it, but I'm hoping that it'll speed up the melting process. In the meantime, I've laid out the pieces I could get free. On this is about 6 paper towels deep. Usually you would do this on a plate, but we're in the middle of moving and my roommate packed up all the plates already. So that's that. I'm really hungry. It's 10:30 in the morning, which is typical breakfast time for me, but I still haven't had anything, and I have like new meds that I need to take with food on a regular basis, and I don't have anything to eat. So we're gonna go grab something. I've stopped the oven from preheating because I don't want to burn the fucking house down. But while that's thawing, I'm gonna go get something to eat. So, welcome to my car. Hi. I was craving chicken, and I know there's a Chick-fil-A around here, but like considering I'm a gay, I don't know if I wanna. I am very hungry, but also like I hate their breakfast menu, and it's 10:40, and I don't remember if they stopped serving it at 10 or 11. And any other potential chicken places that I could go to are 65 miles away, because they don't have them in this state, which I feel is homophobic. I may have to go to Taco Bell. I know vaguely where one is, so hopefully I can get there. Yeah. Does Taco Bell have an actual breakfast menu and they stop serving it at a certain time? Or can I just get anything whenever? I don't know. These are the sorts of things that I worry about. And then I'm like, oh fuck. I'm gonna sound like an idiot trying to order a burrito. And they're like, actually, we only have the breakfast burritos. And I'm like, oh fuck. I hate eggs. Except I am going to be using eggs in this recipe. This recipe is going to include eggs. That's what I forgot earlier. We're going to have eggs. Let's go. So You know that scene in The Good Place season 3 where Eleanor's trying to explain that in this day and age it's impossible to make even a small decision without having horrible moral consequences? And she's trying to explain to the judge, see, there's this place that makes like amazing chicken sandwiches, but if you eat there, it means you hate gay people. And then the judge is like, I know, and it tastes so good. I feel bad. I do. But I also feel hungry. I don't know. I'm sorry. We'll go back to cooking right after this break, I guess. Theon, get off the table. Say hi. Say hi. Papa's on YouTube. Look. Ooh. I got him a new collar. It glows in the dark, and it has little skulls on it. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, update. It is, it's thawed. I'm gonna take that. We have the remainder. I mean, the shit's kind of lukewarm now, and this paper towel's pretty much all the way used up, but we're still gonna use it anyways because I have no patience to get another one at this time. So then you fucking cover it with more paper towels, and then you grab something to put on top of it. I'm using this pan because, again, we already packed up all the shit. And then you're gonna use something heavy to weigh it down so it like squeezes all the moisture out. I'm using this canister of rice, and it's just gonna sit like that for like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, just, you know, to dry it out. In the meantime, we should probably make some rice. That's actually serendipitous. Let's do that. I'm gonna take like a cup of rice, and you're gonna put it in a colander like that. See? Magic. Then you're gonna rinse that shit because no one wants cloudy ass rice. Dirty ass rice. Do this. Move that shit around. Make sure it's getting nice and clean. I don't have a tripod, so this is as good as it's gonna get. You also want to use the spray thingy, but I can't do that with one hand. Now give me a sec. You gotta make sure you turn the spray thingy up really high so that it gets like a lot of power in there, so that the water that comes out the bottom is no longer cloudy and it's clear. You're gonna take that and you're just gonna pop it. Just stick it in there. Yay! Then you're gonna take some more water. Probably, if you're using long grain rice like I am, you're gonna take about a little bit more than the same amount of rice. In this case, I'm gonna take about 1.25 cups. So you're gonna just pour that in there, and just a little more. Just a little more. Doesn't need a lot. There we go. There you go. Then all you gotta do, put the lid on. You're gonna plug that shit in, and then you're gonna turn it on to cook. And just keep that there. And that'll cook while you do the rest. Yay! We don't have any eggs. My roommate didn't tell me that we don't have any eggs. Great. So I guess we're not doing eggs, which sucks. I could run to the store and get eggs. I only need like 2. Well, you can only get them in like 6s, and we're moving next week, and it's hard to transport eggs. And if we only have 4 eggs, it's kind of a lot of effort just for like 2 eggs to be in the... I'd have to turn off the fucking thing again because I can't leave this on. I guess we're not doing eggs. But the gist of it is that you make like you take 2 eggs and you add some salt and pepper. You whisk that up with a whisker, a fork if you're lazy like me. And then you put that in a saucepan with a little bit of butter or oil, whatever you prefer. And then you just make like an omelet. Like you just let it set and then you flip it over and let it cook. And then you take it off the heat and then you like cut it into strips or whatever with a paring knife or something. You could also scramble them, but again, I hate the texture of a lot of things, including scrambled eggs. So I can't eat scrambled eggs in anything. So I fry it and then I just cut it up. Fun times. So it's been about 10 minutes and we're gonna check to see how soaked the paper towel is. Yeah, pretty fucking wet. So we're gonna just peel back the layers like we're peeling back the layers of communism to reveal its much better solution than capitalism. I don't know where this is going. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna line it with paper towels, and then I'm gonna flip it over and add another layer and let it sit for another 10 minutes or so. Okay. You know what? Actually, this feels pretty okay. And the oven's preheated, so that means I can go ahead and do this. So that's nice. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your sheet, baking sheet or whatever. If you're lazy, like me, you are gonna line it with aluminum foil so that you don't have to clean it up. Yeah. Now this part's a little messy. If you don't have a great way to do it, you're gonna add a little oil to it so that I learned the hard way the first time that tofu fucking sticks to shit when it bakes. And I couldn't get it off effectively. So this is gonna help, especially when we flip it later. So you're just gonna take your hand and just lube that shit up. Just get it all into the crevices. Yeah, get your whole fucking hand in there. Let's go. Until the entire thing is very slick and slimy. Yum. Ooh, look at that. It's bubbling. Ooh, it's cooking, boy. After you friggin' washed your hand and dried it on whatever available surface, read your shirt, you're going to take the tofu and fucking put it on the sheet. Woo, like so. I just flipped the paper towel really fast over it, and it got it pretty good. Gonna adjust the spacing on some of these so they're not, like, touching. But other than that, you're good to go. Okay, it's not gonna be evenly spaced, and that's fine. That's fine. Jack, stop touching it. It's fine. It's fine. And you're just gonna open the oven, stick it in there. I'm gonna do about 12 minutes. And then you're gonna take it out, flip it, and do another 12 minutes. Doing all this first so that, you know, you can just dump it in at the end. However, this might be an okay time to do the eggs. Actually, no. This is really early to do the eggs. Don't do the eggs yet. Don't do the eggs yet. But what you can do is start making the sauce. And here's how to make the sauce. Now, I said this was like a cheap thing, so yeah, the sauce is going to be really simple. It's going to be soy sauce, rice vinegar, and brown sugar. And that's it. That's it. You can use any kind of vinegar you want. I use rice vinegar because it's lying around the house and I like how it tastes better. The soy sauce, you can buy store-brand soy sauce, but for me, soy sauce and ketchup are the two things you are never, ever, ever allowed to skimp on when buying shit. And then I use brown sugar. Again, you could probably use white sugar. You get this is a cup measure. We're gonna fill it up about, we should end up with approximately a half cup of sauce. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the soy sauce. Hold on. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the soy sauce and you're just gonna pour it. Yeah. See? That's good. That's probably a little too much, but that's okay. You're also gonna pour the rice vinegar in. A little bit more. Like I said, it's gonna be approximately. Oh, that's the rest of the rice vinegar. Whoops. I'll have to get some more. Fuck. Okay. Now you're just gonna add like a scoop of sugar. Doesn't have to be that much. Like maybe that much. You just stick that in there. Bloop. And then you just mix that up. Make it nice and incorporated. And then, yeah, there's your sauce. Voila. It tastes fucking delicious. So now we've got about 6 minutes left on the clock. So we're gonna wait for that to go off. Then we're gonna flip the tofu and let it go for another 12 minutes or so. And then we're gonna finally start putting shit together. I should mention, this amount of sauce is pretty good if you only made like 1 cup of rice, like I did. If you made more, obviously you would make a little more sauce. This actually might be a little too much sauce, but I like mine pretty flavorful. And we're gonna cook it down and like reduce it or whatever so it's not dripping wet or anything. Yeah, so just so you know. You are a beautiful boy, and I love you. Hi. Hi, Theon. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Head scratches actually feel really nice. Could you do that again? Please? No. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Hello, Theon. No. This is Papa's drink. Say hello. He likes licking the condensation on my drinks. It's kind of fucking adorable. Oh, no biting. No biting. Hey. Hey, asshole. You're on camera. I can see you. I have proof. Don't be an asshole. Hello. Timer just went off, so time to get this shit out. Say hello. Oh. Say hello. We're gonna grab a little oven mitt because no one wants to burn their fucking hand off. And we're just gonna grab that shit. Remember, it's at 400 degrees, so it's a little toasty. You see that? The oil's bubbling. That means it's working. Now comes the annoying part. I hope you have good squeezing and hand-eye coordination because you're gonna fucking spend the next 25 minutes doing this shit. Just trying to fucking flip it over. And it's gonna take a fucking while. See how hard that is? You see? Fuck. Fuck. You're gonna do that to every single fucking piece. Alright? I figured out an okay method. You squeeze and flip. Sometimes you have to do that. You squeeze, right? Sometimes it gets stuck and you gotta move it. Squeeze and flip. Squeeze and flip. You see that? Squeeze and flip. Squeeze and flip. Almost done. Okay, now all that shit's flipped, you're gonna stick it back in the oven for another 12 minutes or so to get it like evenly cooked. Now we're doing this, some people do this, do it in the oven to give it like a more meat texture. It gets it more porous, a little more chewy. It absorbs the sauce better and whatever. I do it because I'm lazy and don't want to make it on the fucking 12 minutes. I don't want to make it on the fucking stove. By now your rice should be done. See, when it switches to warm instead of cook, you can take your lid off. You can take a, hold on, I want to fucking unplug it. And then you could take a fork and just fluff it up a bit so that it's easier to get out later. We're just gonna let this sit out, you know, cool off maybe a little bit. At least let the rice cooker cool off, so it's not a pain in the ass to dump in the pan later. There we go. Yum yum. Fluffy rice. Now that the timer's gone off, you can fucking take it out and stand in awe at your beautiful creation. You just fucking made tofu. Congrats. I forgot I was gonna add salt to it before it started cooking. So you know what? Fuck it, let's do that now. That's too much salt. This salt shaker is defective. Now, set that aside, let it cool off, whatever. We're gonna turn the oven off. We're gonna start making the stuff. Step one, you're gonna chop some fucking garlic. Some idiot out there is gonna tell you to use 1 clove of garlic. That person is wrong. You're going to use 2, maybe 3 if you're feeling saucy. And I'm always feeling saucy. So let's get this shit ready. This is gonna be hard to fucking demonstrate. You get a knife? I'm sure some of you know how to cut garlic, but if you don't, you fucking set it right here, then you use your other hand to like, pop, smash it. I'll demonstrate with the phone, but I'm not gonna fucking break my phone just for this, like, pop, like that. See, that's what it's supposed to fucking look like once you've done that.
Then you fucking take this shit off. Magic. There's still a little bit. That's okay. You can take that off too. Fuck. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a newborn baby. Oh, fuck yeah. You throw that shit away because you don't need it, and then you're just gonna cut off the end right there. That's like the stem. You see that? You're gonna cut that off like so. Disclaimer, do not cut with one hand. Do not. Just fucking don't. Repeat with the other two clothes. Now that your hands are sufficiently covered in garlic juice, you're just gonna fucking... Listen, I'm not gonna mince words here. You gotta mince them. Mince, 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 mince. Doesn't take long for mince to stop being a word. Anyways, just fucking mince that shit. Mince it until it's tiny, itty bitty little pieces. Boom. You minced. I don't have a tripod, so I can't show you how I did that, but it's not that fucking hard. Keep your fingers of the other hand away and just chop. And to get it in the smaller pieces, you know, just rock it like that. Just rock it like that. Rock, 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 rock. Just fucking chop that shit. Yeah. The end. Now, you're gonna fucking put that on the stove. You're gonna turn on the heat. Turn it on high so that it warms up maybe a little bit under high. I'm gonna turn this light on so you can see better. Yeah, hell yeah. Then you're gonna fucking add some oil. Wee, just a little bit. You probably shouldn't use that much. Actually, that's probably a good amount. You just get that oil. You just fucking use that to coat the pan. Move it around. Yeah, nice and coated. Now you wait for that to heat up. This is the point where if you were doing the eggs, now would be the time to do it. You fucking do the eggs in this pan. Sure, why the fuck not? And then you take it off the heat. You cut it into little strips. And then you do this part. Okay, so by now it should be pretty heated. I mean, it's not smoking, which is good, but take a fucking piece of garlic. Just set it in there just to see how it sizzles. If it doesn't sizzle, it's not ready. So we're gonna wait a little longer. You see that? That means it's ready. You're gonna take the other onion, or garlic. You could also add onions, but like I said, I fucking hate onions. Should be smelling pretty heavenly right about now. Now as you can see, it's all tilted to this side, so if you're gonna cook it in there, make sure it's in the oil. Yeah, you just let that cook for a little bit. You don't want to burn the garlic, and it burns really easily, so you gotta be careful. Maybe turn the temperature down. Yeah, oh hell yeah. And if you're not coordinated like I am, see the little pieces are burning, you're gonna want to take that off the heat. Ooh. So that it doesn't burn the hell away. You're gonna turn the heat off so that it doesn't like burn down the house. And then you're gonna grab the other ingredients. And add the rice. Add that fucking rice. It's hard to show because again, I don't have a tripod, but I'm gonna scrape the rice into here. We got the heat back on. We got this. The garlic's a little burned, but that's okay. Now you're gonna add your sauce. Remember the sauce I told you to make earlier? It's not gonna seem like a lot, and it probably isn't. Maybe I made too little. But you know what? That's fine. We're gonna work with it. You just wanna stir that in. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. You add your tofu, and it's gonna start sizzling. Hell yeah, sizzle. Sizzle, sizzle. That means it's working. You stir that in. This would also be the time to, okay, that's really loud. This is also the time that you're gonna add in your eggs, assuming you made eggs. I made eggs, definitely. I made eggs. Can't you see the eggs in here? I made them. They're in here. Trust me. Veggies you want. I have these peas, like I said. They're cheap. And that's the other half of the can I used last time. Again, we're using stuff. It's the other half of the tofu I use, the other half of the peas I use. Now you're gonna, like I said, this is a budget meal. So like most of the stuff you can find pretty cheaply. Rice you can buy in bulk. Soy sauce, again, is probably the most expensive thing along with the rice vinegar. Like the peas are really cheap. Tofu's maybe $3, $4 if you find a good one. You can find it at like Walmart. Most stores sell tofu now. Again, you can use any meat you want if you wanted to use meat.
You just want to like just cook it down a bit, like get everything incorporated, make sure the sauce is, you know, together. It's coating everything.
Reduce it down a little bit so there's nothing like,
Whoops. Reduce it down a little bit so there's nothing like,
way too liquidy in here.
yeah. You're going to want to keep stirring because you don't want it to stick to the bottom, but it shouldn't because
You had way too much oil in the bottom. And that's about it. Look at that.
I'm going to turn the heat off.
And yay. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. You can serve it up hot like that, or you can be like me and package it up and stick it in the fridge and then zap it in the microwave minute 15 seconds, maybe a minute 30 if you want it to make sure it's really hot. And I use that for my lunches at work. And yeah.
That's it. That's one of the only 2 recipes that I've been making for myself for lunches. And it tastes really good. It's pretty cheap. And you know, you can feel like an adult. That's the last step, by the way. The last step is congratulating yourself for being an adult and making your own food. Even if it's a little hard, it's really, really fucking exciting when you when you figure out, oh yeah, I can make my own food. I'm a big boy. I can do this. Anyways.
This recipe will make about 3 servings, and there's a little extra, which I'm going to eat straight out of the pan because I'm an adult and I can't.
Bon appetit. The tofu is cooked perfectly. Usually I have a little problem with the tofu being too tough, but that is perfect. So do whatever I did. 12 minutes on each side at 400. It could use a little more sauce. Last time I got the ratio perfect, but, you know, you saw I ran out of vinegar, so I'm going to have to get some more. Theon, what are you doing? That's my cat. Hey! I'm playing with boxes. Those are moving boxes, not for you. Yeah. That was an achievement. So, I hope this helped. Anyone who's looking this up, yeah, it's fairly quick. Most of it's just waiting around for stuff to be done, like the rice and the tofu. You could totally cook the tofu or whatever meat you're doing in the saucepan. It's just gonna take more time, you know, stirring it and shit. Also, I dried out the tofu while it was cut up into cubes because it actually helps it dry out more than if it was just still in the chunk that you get the container that you originally get it in. So, yeah. I need to stop saying so, yeah. That's my recipe. I took bits and pieces from different recipes all over the place. But I hope this was useful. And, yeah. See ya in the next video, if I make one. Tofu.